Very good morning to you, junior squads. Let's get the warm-up started. Make sure you have a drink and you've cleared your warm-up area. We're going to get going with some iron cross, and then at the end of it we've got warm-up medley. So, one of all your favourites. So one leg on the ground straight. Pull your knee across, keep your shoulders flat on the floor. So go for 4 on each side. The 3 of you are there, but I can't see anything. Then we'll go from that into frog stretch and rotate. Okay, how you doing today, Molly? So frog stretch, remember. And Pranas, how are you? Knees apart, sit back, rotate. How's it going, Harry? So come out the stretch. Morning to you as well, Nancy. So as you rotate, you want to sit back as far as you can. Do 4 on each side. Then, hey Liv, swap over. So if you're switching over it, maybe see if you can move your knees a bit further apart. Make sure your back stays straight. Make it a bit harder by putting your hand on your ear. And then reaching around with your elbow. You can get a bit more distance. Good morning, Luke. Then we're going to go walk out into Cobra. And how are you, Dylan? So touch toes, keep your legs straight. And go back. Okay, how are you doing today, Robin and Jamie? Hopefully your knees don't click quite as much as mine do. Okay, I'll make this my last one. Okay, so next we're looking at IYTWs. So, grab your cushion, head on the floor. So keep the same movement speed out and in, and as you're moving, make sure you start to turn your thumb up. So the last one, you're pretty much going to have your palms up to the ceiling. Okay, then you press up to Superman. So this time you're going to go down and try and push yourself up into a 2-point Superman. 3 on each side. See how you get on. Remember, the easiest way to do this is to push your other hand and foot down really hard. You just try to hold it for a second or two, squeeze your stomach really hard, and then squat jumps to finish off. So you're going to be pushing your foot far away, holding your hip, squeezing everything you've got. Squat jumps, I'll set you off. So 3, 2, 1, squat down, jump. Try and leave the floor as quick as you can. Take your marks. Go. And then ticky marks. Go. Slowly start to wake up. So it's a medley. Put your comments in for bean game and animal movements. We'll start with card just so you've got time. Yeah, how you doing today, Isla? So, card game, quick shuffle. I don't want to repeat of we don't want my debit card either. There's more time for you to put comments in. Right. 3, 2, 1, and go. So starting off with 4 squats. Into 6 dead bugs. Single arm leg. One more squat. Wake up time, look, indeed. Okay, 5 more dead bugs. So 5 doubles. No, there's more dead bugs. Good. 5 into 7 toe touches. Okay, thanks, Panas. Remember, keep your back straight on this one. Oh, I'm rounding one. And get that reach through your hamstrings. 5 more squats. And then we'll stop. No jumps. Want a cat from Danford? Right. Can't get done, a little break. Then we're going to start off with... Where's it gone? Okay. So bean game in 3, 2, 1, go. Still time to put comments in. We're going to go with Paras's string into jump. We'll pick that a few times. String, jump, string, jump. One more string bean, one more jumping bean. Then we're going to go broad bean, baked bean, broad bean, jumping bean, broad bean, baked, broad, jump, rolling bean, and then rolling bean back into jelly bean. Staying tall, I'm going to pull it for you. So super bean, baked, roll and roll, into broad bean, try and pop up, into jump, into jelly, into string, then stop. Whew. Getting there. Animal movements to finish off. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So gorilla walk. Giraffe jump. Into crab walk. Off the camera, back on the camera. Same number on each side. Try and get lower as you walk through. Keep feet apart. Hamster run. Sorry, more like a hamster jog today. Okay then, frog leap. So down onto your lily pad, and then jump. Finish off with duck walk. So kneeling, sweep your leg out to the side and round. And stop. Right, job done, morning will. So session starts in core, got some bounce jumps, so they're a little different. They're more, it's more like turns and core today. So a bounce jump is where you start off standing normally, you do a little mini jump, and as soon as you hit the ground again, you jump one more time like you've turned off the wall. So a little one, like that. So I think some of you have done them with me before, we call them drop jumps. You can get a little step forward and bounce. You're going to be like a big rubber band, just bounce off the floor. Then wall walk shoulder taps. So like we looked on Monday, change your strategy, do your wall walk, try and do a shoulder tap if you've got someone who can watch you, and the rest I can coach when we get there. So start off then with bounce jumps in 3, 2, 1, go. So you're going to take about 10 seconds between each one, and just go as high as you can and be fast. So bounce, then wait. So the quicker you go onto the wall, the more you'll gain from the push. And this, the harder you hit the floor and the quicker you hit it, the harder you'll go. So I do a bad one. A little bit slow, didn't jump as well. So number 3, be very quick. Much bouncier. Like I said, the longer you take, the less elastic you're going to be. Number 4. And as well, try and stay quite tall. So I'll show you what happens if you don't. Like, you've coiled up too much and it's going to slow you down. Move on to wall walk shoulder taps. In 3, 2, 1, go. Like I said, only if you're being supervised. If not, just do the ones you're comfortable with. Start off easy. Feet wide, hands narrow. It's quite a short one. It's a new skill, you don't want to risk injury. Just concentrate on staying long and strong, taking one hand away from the ground. Then single leg RDL. Grab your ball. In 2, 1, go. Stay long from head to heel. Try and concentrate on getting your legs straight. It's a lot easier if I bend it like this. But keep your shoulders pinned back. If you want to make it a bit harder, you can do a drop. So from here, you're going to build up that stability. Switch legs. You can try and do it from the top. So up here. And then stand up again as you drop it. Just going to make sure I'm doing it right. And then relax. So just on the next set, if you're doing the drops, make sure you don't go like around your back when you catch it. Next exercise, we've got good old-fashioned press-ups. So change the stance if you want, but just try and get as close to 12 as you can. 3, 2, 1, go. So start off strong. If you have to go onto your knees, then you can. Hands on the shoulders. Then you might think you want to do a couple of wide ones. So just move your hands, come off your knees, go again. You might think, I can't do kneeling ones or wide ones. So then just start from the ground and push your way up. So down here is the beginning, deep breath. And just keep building it up from there. And then a couple more seconds before we stop. The next one is going to be single arm rows. So, skull bag for this one. Skull bag, or if you've only got the one object, just use that. 3, 2, 1, go. So bend over. Make sure you're turning your elbow, so at the bottom it's facing to the side. Now it's back to the wall behind me. 6 on each side. Making sure that your legs stay straight and so does your back. Swap over. So you don't want nice straight legs that are rounded back there, because, well, for me the bag's on the ground. It's much better. Bend your legs so it's more like you're doing a squat. So the big gain you get from this is being able to control your body position while your arms are pulling, and relax. Then finish off star plank, 25 seconds each side. In 2, 1, go. Let's start with your weaker arm. If you can't do a star plank, just take it back a step. So for me, I'm just going to do leg raises. And swap over. 2, 1, go. So remember, you're pushing down hard. So your bottom foot, you're not just waiting. You're pulling your foot down and pushing your hand down the whole time you're working. So here, pushing down makes it a lot easier. And then stop. And we'll go back to the beginning into bounce jumps. In 2, 1, go. The other really important bit is that you try and shoot off with your body completely straight. So streamline, hands by your side. In 2, 1, go. So you're going to be like an arrow taking off. Trying to look at the wall in front of you as well. 2, 1, go. That way you organise your body better. You go to the streamline if you want, but I'll hit the ceiling. 2, 1, go. And then last one. In 2, 1, go. So next exercise, wall walk shoulder tap. Plenty of rest in between. 2, 1, go. So take your time, it's only a couple of reps, so you want to concentrate on doing the most challenging version of this that you can. So I'm going to try and do it from streamline. So it's a little bit quick. I've got to make sure my upper back stays straight. So let's move on to the break. Let me know what kind of crazy things you're trying out, and to make sure that you're supervised if you are. Single leg RDL. In 2, 1, go. So if you're doing the catch, make sure you can double check your back position. to make it harder, try and release your hands out to the side. Switch. And stop. So weirdly, as soon as I start thinking about keeping my knees straight, my back rounds a lot. So just be aware of what you're doing. And go into press ups. In 2, 1, go. So if 12 starts to feel like you're breaking down, if you get to 8, your 12th ones look a bit like this. Just stop there, take a little break in between them. You want every one of the push-ups to look like this. So hands in the right place, deep breath at the top. So your hips and shoulders move together. Once you get a bit stronger, it should feel more like a plank than a really hard push. And then stop into single arm row. So grab your bag again. Two, 1, go. So both feet on the floor. We're not thinking about hamstring stability here. It's just about posture control. So back flat, pulling with just your arm. And squeezing your shoulders down towards the back pockets on your shorts. Switch sides. And make sure you don't shove your face forward as well. So controlling your head hasn't really got a lot to do with causing injury. It's just that if you're pulling, if you think when you're in the water and you catch, you don't want your head doing weird stuff. So when you're hearing anything you do in land training, you want your body to be doing what you want it to. Star plank, finish off round 2. In 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm going to go straight on plank on this round. Just concentrate on staying organised. Yeah, a big part of doing that is that I'm pushing my hand through the ground. I'm not just waiting on my side. Drive your, like trying to get your wrist away from your body. And then stop. Over around a little. 2, 1, go. That's fine, you've worked hard this week, so we'll just take it off. Round 3. Okay, just to work on your body awareness, keep your hand up even if you're doing side plank. So you should just about be able to use your peripheral vision to see your hand. If it's there, pull it back. Make sure your wrists stay on top of each other like this. Relax. So like I said, we'll take 5 seconds off each side on the next round. Just make sure when you're doing your side planks, your hands stay completely on top of each other like that. Finish off. 3rd round. We're going into bounce jumps. Make sure you've taken a drink. 3, 2, 1, go. So if you think you're not jumping very high, give yourself a little bit of arm swing. The main thing you want is that when you're in the air, your body should be up nice and tight, like you've just dived off the blocks. Okay, morning Ruby. It's fine. At least you're getting it done. I know you're working hard. And go. And some of you are going to jump higher if you spend a bit more time on the floor. So if I go, it's maybe a little bit long, but if you do like a really tiny little bounce, it's not long enough for me. I weigh too much, I need more time. So play around with it, see which one works best for you. You can try and compete next and we get to see each other properly. On to wall walk shoulder taps. In 2, 1, go. So I'm going to go completely inverted this time, I think. I'm going to try and be a bit more sensible today, Luke. Stop you from panicking. A little bit longer. That'll do the main things that you try not to arch. So I try to put my head too far forward, made my back arch, and it's a good example of showing what happens in the water as well. If you lift your head, what happens to your hips when you lift your head, and so on and so forth. Single leg RDL. In 2, 1, go. So I'm going to have to be more, I'm going to do less reps, concentrate on keeping my legs straight, and then not rounding my back. So down. You don't even have to let go of the ball, you can just be standing up and then fall forward. Swap. And leave it there. Should have done side arm. I've got my shoulders right, knee was straighter, my hamstrings were working very hard to stop me falling. So that's what you want from those. And press ups. 2, 1, go. So yeah, maybe you did 12 in round 1, 10 in round 2 because you're getting tired. Just go for 8 really good ones on this round. And you can even go, I guess I'm going to help you with the belt. The belt's going to be the best way to do it. Or just start from the floor. So the best thing to do is make sure you've got that bite. So if you've got your hands out wide and your shoulder or elbow feels a bit weird, I wouldn't try it. So if I go way too wide like this, and then try and push, just doesn't feel very strong. So if I get my wrists under my elbows, I feel like I can push from there. You basically know whether you're going to win or not before you start, because it feels like you can do a push. Move on then to single arm row. Two, 1, and then let's go. I think you guys are probably getting so strong this would be the easiest one. But you're just trying to push, so if it feels the pull's easy, try and lean forward some more. So like if you bend your knees, that's going to feel really easy. If you straighten them, go a bit lower, keep your back straight, keep your head in line. This is me just making sure I don't do this. Some people do, just make sure that it's not you. Swap over. And relax. So last one. Start plank. You can see if my back's like around there. 2, 1, go. So it's just 20 seconds on each side. Remember what I said about your hands. So county A, or people that were on county A and have done land with me on Wednesdays, you'll remember doing this with kickboards. So you want to make sure you can't see your kickboard right in front of your face. Switch sides. So 3, 2, 1, go. Straight line. Feet on top of each other. Hand up to the ceiling. Make sure you're pushing down with your foot and your hand. And 2, 1, relax. That's it. It's another week done. Now I guess technically we've only got 1 more week of lockdown training, and then from September we'll have a few videos, but we'll be back to doing our normal stuff. I'll be at SSP and we can catch up. So a bit of recovery work. So quad stretch from super couch. So make sure you're squeezing your hips. So all like the hamstring bridges that we've done, start from there, and that will stretch your quads for you. Okay, then move your heel forward, get some hamstring stretch. As long as your heel's in front of your knee. Try and move your knee round and round. Okay, see Monday, Robin and Jamie. Swap over. So we'll do hips separately. Left quad. Okay, then move your foot forward. So the more you move it, the harder it's going to get. So I'm going to stop there today. Doesn't really matter too much if you lean on this one, if it helps you get more stretch. Okay, then go hip. So as usual, we're going to double up. We're going to do pigeon, so back knee down, front foot forward, heel on the ground, and try and get your knee to join it. If it doesn't want to go, then just hold that position and breathe. Keep your body facing forwards. Let's see if you relax. It's lower than I started, but I'm not going to make it all the way today. Then what we're doing now, switching legs. So my right side's always better than my left. Okay, welcome Luke. See you Monday, man. Have a good weekend. So realistically, if you struggle with this one as well, the only way to fix it or improve it is to do more work. So obviously my left side needs a bit more work than my right. I always do everything in balance. So it might just mean like an extra minute or two of foam rolling and go from there. And we'll go into shin box. Well, I read comments. I distract myself. So Pranas, you've learned so much. I'm so glad, Pranas. But you know, once the live videos stop, we'll still be uploading ones for you to watch and follow along. So if you've ever got questions, just comment or email us, or we'll talk to your coach, and then we can go from there. I'm not disappearing. I've always been here. So if there's anything else you want to work on, just let me know. I think 800 reps is it's a really intelligent move. For some people, all the sessions I've written are kind of like we've just expanded them as we've gone through. Some people are going to do better than others. Like some of the more sprinty kids have done the distance, but in shorter reps. So it's a really smart move. 20 seconds. There's a lot of adults that would love to take 20 seconds off each rep. So really well done. And then yeah, push-ups. Just keep practicing them, and then one day you'll wake up and they'll be second nature, and you'll knock them out. Okay. So these have gotten easier. Let me know if you think the same thing. The tough bit is that before you start swimming, we force this into every cool down and every warm-up. But obviously when you start swimming, again, you're going to start to tighten up as you adapt to all your water time. Dylan, please let me know how much they were, because I would love a set of cheap dumbbells. Like a little bit of fun fact for you, the big plates, so like some of the plates that we use in the SSC suite at the sports park, they cost like £200 each, just for one plate to go on a bar. So yeah, the fitness industry does like to have a bit of a joke with its pricing, but I'm glad you managed to find something that works. Lats, almost forgot. 48. Was that for one pair? Was that like one set of 10s? So remember this one, take a deep breath, start at the top. Two 8-kilogram dumbbells for 48. Wow. So this one, make sure so you can see the bottom of my shoulder blade here. Oh, I don't want to let go of this one. From there, you only want to round from here. Especially, so what we've noticed, so breaststrokers, you can't hook your fingers together when you're in streamline, hands side by side. Wow. So again, Dylan, like I said, like you're a really athletic kid, I think you're going to get a lot of value out of them. If you want a hand, just give me a shout. Ugh. So basically, the easier you start to find this, oh yes please, that'd be really cool. Yeah, keep your hands side by side, don't lock them on top of each other. The easier you find this stretch, the more natural you're going to find that position in the water. And it's not about the days you feel good, it's about the days you feel bad, and your coach says that you're pointing at the bottom of the pool. So you've got to make sure this one becomes a staple in your mobility sets. So we'll finish off with chest in 2, 1. Go. But Dylan, pretty much all the exercises that we've looked at during lockdown, if you sub in a dumbbell, there's things like Turkish get-ups, I think you'll like those. If you'll find a couple of videos, practice them without. They're quite challenging. Swap arms. I would give you a demo myself, but I can't quite remember it, and I don't want to give you a bad one. So I'll look it up, and then we can do them at some point. And stop there. So good work this week, as always. Been getting some really good feedback from your coaches, so keep up the good work. And we will see you on Monday at 8. Have a good weekend.